Good morning, this is Randy. I wanted to share with you some responses that I have gotten from men on the dating site when I let them know that I'm not interested. Usually it's because I'm not physically attracted whatsoever to their picture. And so at that point, there is no real reason for me to continue on in reading a profile, because for me, I know myself, and if I am not the least bit attracted physically to a man's picture, there really is no point in me continuing to find out more about him. Many men are outraged by this. They're outraged that I won't take the time to converse with them online, give them my phone number, and give them a chance, despite the fact that I am not initially physically attracted to them whatsoever. They still think that I should give them time to convince me that I could really fall in love. So sometimes I do converse with men I'm not attracted to, just to be polite or to make a comment back, because I do know that a lot of men online that are very unattractive or that don't have much going for them, I sort of feel sorry for some of them because they are people and they don't get very many responses back from women. So once in a while I will make a flippant comment back, just so they get a message, because they seem very isolated and no one's responding to anything. So just as a polite human being, once in a while I will respond. However, this is a mistake to respond at all to a man that you have no attraction to. And this is what I've learned. You cannot be polite. This is the kinds of responses I have gotten after being polite. A simple polite remark will get a man excited. Certain men will get very excited that they got this message back from you. And they will assume immediately that you are attracted to them and you want to spend time with them. You want to meet them. And then you are their dream woman. Just after a simple, like, one sentence, maybe 4 or 5 word response. So then I have to make it clear that no, I'm not interested. And after I do, these are a couple responses I have gotten. Quote, "Go stab yourself in the fucking eye and walk into heavy traffic, you piece of shit. No wonder you only have one friend. You will be lonely for the rest of your life, bitch. You really should go F yourself and get off of this dating site." This was a man who was, prior to me telling him I'm not interested flat out, this was a man who was showering me with compliments and inviting me to, come to his lake and go out on his boat and telling me what a great time he has and how successful he is. Yeah, that's the kind of response I got when I told him, I had to tell him flat out I'm not interested. I had already told him he lived too far, but they don't listen to that kind of stuff. They don't listen to you and what you say. They make up in their own minds how things are going to be. No matter what you say, they don't believe you. Me, anyway. That's how it goes. Here's another one. A man commented that my hair is messy in my picture, a couple of my profile pictures, and he says, "Sorry, princess, CVS sells hairbrushes." So he's telling me to go brush my hair. Okay. And when I told him that I wasn't interested in him, he said, "You're an uppity bitch who needs to run a brush through that rat's nest hair." Now, mind you, the man who was saying this was, he was obese. His glasses were half cocked on his head in his profile picture, and his glasses were cloudy. So he looked, like the stereotypical pedophile. And that was his comment to me. And lastly, there was a man on the dating site that was married, and he was looking for casual sex on the side. And he was upfront about this. He messaged me, and so I was just offended by that he would actually read my profile and then still think that I was a prospect to that, or that I might be willing to do that, which is very offensive to me. So all I simply did was I messaged him back and I told him to go on Craigslist because there's free prostitutes on there. There are a lot of women who are willing to have casual sex for free, and that he should try that venue. So here's the response I got from him. He said, "You'd be surprised how many women are interested in what I'm interested in here on the dating website." He said a lot of people have affairs. So he rationalized that because a lot of people do, so there's nothing wrong with it. He told me that I am typical and I am warped. He was referring to me. He told me to take the stick out of my ass long enough to defecate all of my bullshit in my sick head. And then, if I did so, I would find a man. He said I'd find not a real man, but a pussy-whipped one who thinks like I do. All sick in the head. He added that monogamy is a man-made idea read in a book before you burn it. He said, quote, "You'll never find a man or happiness. That's why your husband cheated on you. That's why your vagina is withering away. That's why you'll die hateful and lonely, never knowing what a real orgasm is. Go away, you crazy bitch. No wonder your husband left you." End quote. So that was the response of a man looking for casual sex on the side after I referred him to a source where he actually might find what he's looking for. Quite enlightening, people. So, have a great day, and thanks for listening.